A small southern Minnesota school district abruptly canceled all homecoming activities today and through the weekend, following a series of troubling incidents that have led to at least one criminal investigation. We're talking about the Waterville-Elysian-Morristown High School. It's in LeSueur County. That's west of Faribault, a little over an hour from the Twin Cities metro area. Kent went down there today to get some answers about what happened from the school district and to talk to people who were victims to some disgusting vandalism. Kent?
Hi, Jenna. Yeah, the school isn't saying much besides broadly referring to concerning activities related to homecoming. But the incident brought to us and to law enforcement allegedly targeted a teen who doesn't even attend the school anymore.
Nearly every single word and symbol scribbled all over this car in rural LeSueur County on Monday night are too offensive to be shown on television.
Racial slurs, homophobic language, swastika written on his windshield. And that's when I decided to call the LeSueur County Sheriff's Department.
And Chad Aladdin had more to show them. His security cameras captured clear images of several young people vandalizing his son's car. He says they quickly identified them as students who attend Wem High School in Waterville.
The sheriff's deputy who first started the investigation said when he was talking to one of the people they have identified from the video that it would be easier to identify the people who weren't here from the school than the ones that were. Based off of what I had seen on the camera, I didn't think there was more than maybe a dozen kids here. But then one of the kids who was here actually reported there was at least 50 students here.
This morning, the school superintendent sent a letter to families announcing the decision to cancel all remaining homecoming activities in response to, quote, troubling activities taking place related to homecoming week. The superintendent says those activities continued again on Thursday evening, but wouldn't elaborate on what happened, saying only this behavior does not reflect the values of the district.
My biggest thing has just been frustration with the school itself. After going public on social media yesterday, I was contacted by numerous people who had similar experiences due to race, sexuality. One person who reached out, son's autistic and was bullied, and all of them said the same thing. We never got anything accomplished from the school unless we threatened to go to the media.
Chad says during last year's homecoming week, students also toilet papered their trees and vandalized his daughter's car. But he says it didn't come close to this, especially because he says his son left the school last year due to mental health concerns.
How's your son doing?
He's okay. We've been trying to keep him out of this as much as possible. We didn't allow him to see what was on his car. He's been trying to go about life as normal, and I've asked him repeatedly if he was okay with me going down this road because my biggest concern is his mental health. I'm hoping law enforcement will pursue charges against those they can identify. But as far as the school goes, I have no faith they'll do the right thing.
The school superintendent John Regan declined an interview, but did tell me that they were talking to the student body about how to interact around homecoming. He refused to comment directly about the hateful messages left on that car, but said they are talking to students about the message these incidents send and how they can work to change that. Jana.
So, Kent, did you get any indication from the district? So today they said we're canceling homecoming activities after this parent reached out to us on breaking the news and perhaps other media outlets. Is this punishment, or did they fear something else was going to happen?
Couldn't get any clarity on what we saw besides that letter. Now, Chad did say that he and other parents had gone to the school earlier in the week to try to take action. They were told by some that were there that there were students talked to, but that beyond that, they didn't hear anything until that other incident, which we don't know what happened yesterday, which forced the cancellation.
And you were talking to me earlier about how many kids were in that surveillance video. It's almost like a third of the student body population.
Yeah, there's certainly a lot of students, and that is not a big school.
All right. Thanks so much, Kent.